What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video from the Sports Scoop. Not really a normal video of ours. Today we're going to be reacting to the Madden 21 ratings that just recently came out. And yeah, we're going to be reacting to all the ratings. We know a lot about these players. So this is how it's going to work. We're going to react to the top 10 highly rated player, and I believe each position, maybe not offensive lineman, will have their ratings on the side of us, and then we will discuss and talk about overrated, underrated, the list. And yeah, let's get straight into it. Enjoy sports content. Bay Buccaneers, Ali Marpet.
I'm doing well.
I'm someone that knows the game pretty well.
Drafted third overall by the Boston Celtics.
What's up, guys? Madden ratings are out. Me and Serge are pretty heavy Madden players. I have Madden 20 this year. I play it a lot. So let's see who's gonna be the best to cheese in Madden list this year. And we're gonna pop up right now the quarterback. So quarterback list right here. We have Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Matt Ryan, Deshaun Watson, Dak Prescott, Carson Wentz. So first impressions of this list, I'm gonna say it's pretty even. I actually like this list. I think Patrick Mahomes deserved 99, Russell Wilson deserved 97. I think maybe if Lamar was ahead of Wilson, that might I wouldn't mind that. But I think Russell has been in the league for so long. But this is a good list. Aaron Rodgers 89, that kind of makes sense. I think Matt Ryan's a bit overrated. That's my opinion. I think Deshaun Watson should be ahead of him. Tom Brady, I think, is going to take a lot of regression this year. But this list is good. I like that. I like the way this list goes. This is one of the better.
In my opinion, I do have a few critiques. Like you said, I think Deshaun Watson should be a lot higher here. I think he's one of the elite quarterbacks in the game, and he's done very well for his team. So I feel like he should be a bit higher. Lamar, I think, and Russ should have the same rating, whether you want to bump Russ down or bring Lamar up. But I think they're equal talents as of right now. Other than that, I'm pretty okay with this list, except maybe Drew Brees. Also, my last critique. I feel like he's was a little bit overrated, especially considering Michael Thomas kind of carried that offense in last year.
Wide receivers. So we'll pop the list up right here. Of course, Michael Thomas, top of this list, one of the 99 club players, and he deserves that for sure. That's not arguable. I think he's top of this list. This list, I think there's a couple critiques. DeAndre Hopkins 98. I think that's a bit high for how he played last year. Of course, DeAndre Hopkins is amazing, but I think maybe 95 or 96. I think 98 is a bit high, especially because last year injured for a little bit of the year, so we didn't really get to see the full DeAndre Hopkins traded this year. But I think this year, completely honest, I think this year he has the chance with this Cardinals team with Kyler Murray, the chance to get ahead of Michael Thomas just because of how Drew Brees is kind of regressing. So Michael Thomas might not have as good of a year. Then we were talking, I think Tyreek Hill, yeah, a bit overrated. I love Tyreek Hill. He had some of the biggest plays in that Super Bowl win, but 96 is high for him. I think, 93, 94, maybe Levante Adams. But Levante Adams, I like him there. I think he could have maybe gone a tiny bit higher, like above Tyreek Hill, because he single-handedly was the best, besides Aaron Rodgers, players on that offense, and Aaron Jones, obviously. The rest of this I like. I think Odell Beckham, 91 is, whatever. I think Odell Beckham has not played that well, but yeah, Keenan Allen is good there. Stephon Diggs is good. Mike Evans. Yeah, I like this list.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you completely on this list. I think, maybe Amari Cooper a bit higher. I don't know, ahead of Devontae Adams. Other than that, and I have the same concerns with you with Tyreek and DeAndre. I agree with you on this list.
Now to the running backs. We'll pop it up right here. So, obviously, Christian McCaffrey, part of that 99 club, of course, deserving of that. Last year, best running back in the league, I think, without a doubt. So 99. We're going to try and not talk about, their football game, kind of like their stats. But, yeah, I think 99 here, that's fair. Christian McCaffrey is the best running back
Definitely.
going into this year, and I think if Saquon, that could change. Saquon Barkley here at 91. That, I'm a Giants fan, but I think – this year, I think it's fair for now just because he was injured for a good bit of the season, but I think going into next season, this could definitely change. Aaron Jones, 90. I think he's well deserving of that. The only problem I have is Joe Mixon. I don't think he should be in this list. I think Josh Jacobs and Kamara should definitely be above him. I think Josh Jacobs should definitely be above him. Josh Jacobs is going to be really good. Zeke, I think, probably should be below Saquon, Dalvin Cook, but and Derrick Henry, I think, he fully deserved that with the season he had. So, yeah, good list.
Yeah, I have just a few things. I think, I feel like Derrick Henry and the gap between him and Christian McCaffrey is not as big as 6 overall. So I feel like Henry really carried that Titans offense, especially towards the end of the season and playoffs. I feel like he should be a little bit higher. Other than that, yeah, I'm pretty good with this list. I feel like maybe Dalvin Cook and Aaron Jones should be ahead, a little bit further ahead, given the seasons that they've had for their respective teams. But yeah, other than that, I'm good with this list.
Now the tight ends will pop their ratings up right here. We have George Kittle, Kelsey, Gronkowski, Ertz, Cooper, Ingram, Cook, Olsen, Andrews, and Darren Waller. I don't. This is one list I have a lot of problems with, because Gronkowski should not be 95. He just came out of retirement. I don't know what is wrong with the NFL and their love of Patriot players. He is not a 95. I'm sorry. I don't know what you want me to tell you. He's not a 95. He hasn't played a single game yet. I don't know why Madden would rate him that high. He should barely be on this list. And it's because he hasn't played. Like, you can't rate a player who's been retired as a 95 his first year back when he's probably not even going to play that well. And then my other problem is Mark Andrews and Darren Waller. I personally don't think – and I'm a Giants fan. I don't think Ingram, Cook, or Greg Olsen should be ahead of at least Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews was incredible last year. Mark Andrews should be high 80s, which he is, but like higher 80s. He's an 86. He should be above them. And Darren Waller, I think, could be above a couple of those other players also. But, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree 100%. I just can't believe Robert Gronkowski is a 95. I think at best he should be mid 80s, in my opinion. There's no way you could rank a guy that high. It's so hard to rate. I understand, but coming out of retirement, you can't just rate a guy that 95. That's like a Legends pack Gronkowski. That's not Gronkowski right now. And other than that, of course, I agree with you. Andrews and Waller are definitely better than Olsen, Cook, and Ingram. I think they're still good players, but they're not nearly as good as the seasons that Andrews and Waller had. So I agree with you on there.
Now let's go to safety. This is another kind of controversial list. So Harrison Smith, Tyrann Mathieu, McCourty, Adams, Byer, Justin Simmons, Derwin James, Eddie Jackson, Earl Thomas, and Micah Hyde. First of all, why is Harrison Smith the best safety? No, I don't like. No, Harrison Smith is a good safety, but didn't yeah, he played well last year, but Jamal Adams, in my opinion, should be the best safety. And Tyrann Mathieu also overrated. I think Derwin James should be so much higher. I don't know why Derwin James is an 89. I know he was injured, but and then Earl Thomas, I agree with that. I think Earl Thomas is a little bit overrated. But that's a big digression from last year, where he was an X factor. I think Devin McCourty is underrated. I like that they put him high up there. Justin Simmons is really good at 90. That's a very high rating. That's going to be good for the Broncos next year. But besides that, I agree with this list. I think Eddie Jackson was really, really hyped up going into last year, X factor for Madden, but now, wasn't insanely good this year. But yeah, overall, this list isn't the worst one here.
Oh, well, in my opinion, I disagree with this. I agree with you, the Harrison Smith one. I don't think he's the top safety. He's a good safety, but honestly, he might have been outshined by his own safety pal, Anthony Harris, who wasn't on this list, which surprised me. He had, I think he tied for the lead in interceptions. Matthew had a great bounce back year, but also I don't think he should be higher than Adams. He's also, and I don't think Devin McCourty should be the same rating as Adams. And I think I like the other ones. Derwin James, I can understand why you're upset with that one, but I just feel like since he was injured and he only had one, and he only played well in his rookie season, it's hard to judge him yet. But I could definitely see him increasing as the year goes on. Other than that, yeah, I feel the same way about this list.
Now going into middle line or interior linebackers, pop them up right here. This list had some, like in the top 10, had some low ratings with Benardrick McKinney and Roquan Smith, like low 80s. And this list kind of took a big hit because obviously Luke Kuechly retired. So Bobby Wagner regressing, I believe, one rating from last year. I think he was a 99 last year. Yeah, he's getting older. I mean, that's not even the worst that could happen. Levante David, 90. I mean, I don't know if he should be there. Levante David, he's a good middle linebacker, don't get me wrong, but also another aging player. Devin White should step into that position soon. Then this one I don't really have that much. I think Fred Warner should be high. Fred Warner's going to be really good. think he should be higher than Dante Hightower, definitely. Deion Jones good. C.J. Mosley probably would be a lot higher last year if he wasn't injured. I think he started off insanely and then got injured. C.J. Mosley should probably be higher up. Roquan Smith Roquan Smith is going to be really good in the future. I think where he is now is good. Maybe an 85 for him, though. But yeah, I think overall this is a pretty good list. This is a very realistic list.
Yeah, I like this list. It's a good list. The one problem, same with you, is Fred Warner. I feel like Fred Warner was basically the anchor, one of the anchors behind how good the 49ers defense was. The middle linebackers sometimes considered the quarterback of the defense, and Fred Warner was that for that San Francisco team. So I feel like a little bit disrespectful to put him at an 87. I feel like he should be maybe the second best middle linebacker on this list, maybe 90 or even 91 I'd be fine with. I feel like, but other than that, I think it's a pretty good list.
And now the defensive, just defensive line. And we have Aaron Donald 99. Yeah, I mean, I think maybe a little bit lower. Aaron Donald is so good, but the Rams weren't incredible last year. J.J. Watt 98. Yeah, I mean, injuries just hit him hard, so 98 I think is probably a bit generous. Cam Jordan. Who's Cam Jordan?
It's on Saints. Defensive end.
Okay. Yeah, Cameron Jordan. Yep, fair. Calais Campbell, 95. That's way, way too high. No. Myles Garrett should be Joey Bosa. Yeah, those should be no. And Calais Campbell should probably be 10. Calais Campbell should not be there. Nick Bosa should literally basically most of these players that are below him should be above him. Cameron Hayward, I think, is a bit overrated. I think he should be lower. Nick Bosa. It's funny because Nick Bosa was rookie last year, but sorry, I say that way too fast. Nick Bosa was a rookie last year, but he was arguably the best defensive lineman in the league last year. I think that's a fair argument to pick.
I mean, argument definitely could be made.
Yeah. So I think Nick Bosa, 89, but the only reason he's an 89 is because it was his rookie season. I think he could easily be a 93, 4. Yeah, his brother a bit up there with a 91. But I'd say this list is another, pretty fair list.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Other than the Calais Campbell one, which is way off, I'm pretty okay with this one. And J.J. Watt. I feel like J.J. Watt, another one who I feel like 98's a little bit generous considering he's also getting up there in age, and also his season was hampered by injury, so it's hard to put him there at 98 right now. I know he had that great game against Buffalo in the wild card, but I don't know. I feel like 98 is generous right now.
Now going to outside linebacker rating up right here. We have Khalil Mack, Von Miller, Chandler Jones, Demario Davis, Zadarius Smith, Kyle Van Noy, T.J. Watt, Darius Leonard, Shaq Barrett, and Preston Smith. Preston Smith probably shouldn't be on this list. He's very old. But also, watch. In a year or two, Khalil Mack, Von Miller, and Chandler Jones will all have dropped. Demario Davis even, because they're all getting – even Zadarius Smith and Kyle Van Noy, they're all getting, into their end of their football career. Demario Davis, I think, is a really underrated player on that Saints team. Best linebacker on that team, definitely. Yeah. My question: why is Kyle Van Noy ahead of T.J. Watt? T.J. Watt should be the number. T.J. Watt could easily be the number.
One on this list. He was the leading, arguably the best player on one of the best defenses in the league. He was a DPOY candidate this year. I just cannot fathom why he's a 86.
86. He should be a 96. No, not.
I would no, even 96. I guess I'd consider it overrated, but I wouldn't be as upset as an 86.
Shaq Barrett also, he had 19 and a half sacks last year and like 6 forced fumbles. He should be a 90 easily. He should be ahead of Kyle Van Noy, Darius Smith, Demario Davis. Kyle Van Noy should not be above them.
I think Von Miller is a generous rating also because I feel like he he slowed down with age as well, and I feel like he's starting to get older and older. I feel like he didn't produce at a 97 overall level in my opinion. I feel like guys like T.J. Watt, Shaq Barrett, Chandler Jones, even Zadarius Smith could have gone over him because they were better edge rushers that year.
Now it's a cornerback, so we'll pop their ratings up right here. We have Stephon Gilmore. I'm not going to say all their names. Stephon Gilmore deserves number 1 easily. Jalen Ramsey, traded last year, so didn't. Yeah, 94. I say Richard Sherman is not good. Richard Sherman is not good. He is not a 92. He's not a 92. He's all right. I say that really harshly. Richard Sherman is old and is past his prime. that Niners secondary really wasn't too incredible last year and was really open up on that Super Bowl. Richard Sherman couldn't guard Sammy Watkins or Tyreek Hill for his life during the Super Bowl. Richard Sherman, I don't think is there. I think Tre'Davious White should be the number 2 best cornerback. If you are rating these players based on performance of last year, Tre'Davious White is a number 2 cornerback. Tre'Davious White's number 2 cornerback. Marlon Humphrey should be higher. Marlon Humphrey played really well last year. He should definitely be above Casey Hayward and Richard Sherman. Jair Alexander, he was good 2 years ago. I think I'm assuming, obviously good this year, but I think 90, yeah, that's probably good. Patrick Peterson, 88. Yeah, Darius Slay. I agree with this list besides that, Richard Sherman, and I think Tre'Davious White should be higher, and Marlon Humphrey. But besides that, I like this list.
Well, I agree with you. I think Tre'Davious White should be the number 2 corner. I kind of disagree with you on the Richard Sherman point. Yes, I agree he's past his prime, but in his prime he was a 99 overall. I feel like he really transformed that San Francisco defense last year and became a nice veteran presence for that team. I feel like 92 is well deserving. However, I agree that he shouldn't be ahead of White or Humphrey I agree with that point, but I feel like 92 maybe a little overrated, maybe 91 or 90, but I still feel like he's deserving of a high rating right now.
That's it. I believe that's all of the ratings that we have for you to. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. What do you guys think about Madden 21 ratings? Guys, if you're a fan and you want to play me in Surge and Madden, drop your PS4, Xbox gamer tag. We'll play you when Madden 21 comes out. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. What do you guys think about the ratings? Tell us, because we will respond to your comments. So if you have something interesting, let us know. We'll make sure to respond. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. We'll see you in the next one.